touching the neck. Oh, it's opening up more. Yeah, so it's a question, I think, that more open vibrato sound. You know, some of the streaminess or maybe sleepiness the first time through, you know, it has a lot to do with the vibrato speed. So your vibrato overall tends toward the slower side, and this these pieces just need a lot of variety. So the slow one is great to have, you need that too, but you also need the faster one. So we want to hear that development in the bow and also with what the left hand is doing. Let's see, we're probably running short on time. I want to talk about the end of the first movement. Our last F to E thing, I almost lost your E completely, and that's really where it's going. So again, it's a question of listening to the balance of the piano. Now, this is a huge piano to be playing these pieces with, but it is close. She's being sensitive to you. I think it's a question of you making more sound, a more focused sound too. All right, so number two, what makes the beginning of number two interesting to you? Why is this a piece that you want to play?
I don't know, I was hoping you could tell me.
Okay.
No,
well, you have to feel it yourself. I can suggest things
we
that...
talked about it. It's like, it is a fantasy, so it's kind of neat. And I really like the 2 against 3 thing.
Okay, so the 2 against 3 thing is interesting by itself, definitely. But would you play the introduction here for second one, please? Yeah, could you bring out the fact that your rhythm being the 2 against 3 thing is quite different? It sounds like you're glossing over that detail a little bit. Could it be more defined? The dotted character, not exactly dotted, but triplet character. Yeah. So what is the effect then when the cello enters? Against what we've just heard. Do you sound more calm or more agitated in the piano?
I think it's a lot more calm.
It's a lot more calm. That's what I was missing. I could have used maybe a little bit more agitation from her, but a lot more sense of the calm thing being something different here, or a contrast against what we've heard in the piano. Will you try it? Sounds like a fancy word to bring to a cello discussion, but rhetoric. What is rhetoric? Well, we're talking about how we organize ideas, right? Or how we, especially in speech, public address, how do we organize ideas? And what does it mean if someone says something to you in an agitated way, and then you say the same thing back to them in a calmer way, and then add something different at the end? What is that? Could you imagine ever doing that? A situation where someone would say, "Hey, Lee, I'm feeling." What might they be feeling? But they would say this, and you repeat it and say, "No, it's not really that bad. It's
They could be panicking about something.
Okay, panicking about something." So it's not quite a state of panic here, but I think there's some concern in the piano. When you're coming in with the calmer sort of playing that is that should be a real contrast there. It should feel like you're kind of pacifying what's going on, but still acknowledging it at the same time. That's why you're using their language, right? If it was really nothing, you just start playing some happy music or whatever to change the atmosphere. But this is different. You're taking her words and transforming them. So there should be an interesting process that's happening with that, where you're really engaged in listening and then making it your own. One more time. But of course, if she's panicking, she has to hear you. Because if you come in that softly, she might not even notice that you're talking to her. intervals. They're not very calm intervals. You know, they're big intervals. Can I hear you by yourself on those? Okay. Can I have your feet be very much on the floor, so it feels like you're more. It feels a little bit now like you might just get up and go at any moment. I want you to be here and focusing on Schumann. So try that again. Oh, what about this one? Ah, okay. Yeah, and I just asked you about the fingering there. Why not? It basically eliminates the shift. Yeah, I think that will give you a little smoother sound. So think about the big line too. Yeah, you're getting there. And you know, my overall suggestion with these, haven't heard how you play the third one. I imagine it is energetic and all of that stuff. But it's a little bit lacking in the sense of depth to it, depth to your sound, depth to your involvement with the music, and everything that you told me in terms of what you're feeling, those are exactly the right intuitions. So listen more critically, try to devote more of your ear to what's going on with the piano and the balance, how that's all working out. I think it has